Alright, so sterile processing is, according to Infection Control Today, sterile processing is the cleaning, decontamination, disinfection, and sterilization of surgical instrumentation and medical devices to remove bioburden that can cause healthcare-acquired infections. So sterile processing is used in surgeries, hospitals, and it's kind of the side of surgery that nobody thinks about. Everybody has surgery, and everybody knows that surgeons have to, well, usually everybody has surgery once in their lives, but everybody knows surgeons have to have instruments in order to do those surgeries. And in order for those instruments to be safe, it is quite a long process. So sterile processing technicians are hired to perform the task of cleaning and sterilizing the instruments that are used in surgery. And each instrument has its own set of instructions from the manufacturer that the technician has to go through. So the sterile processing process can start in the operating room before the instruments ever leave. The OR staff can use enzymatic solution to help begin the cleaning process. And what they do with that is they just spray it on the instruments to help start removing some of the blood. Decontamination is where the instruments go after they leave a surgery. So first, the instruments are soaked in cold water, and that can last anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes usually. After the instruments are done soaking, they're hand washed by the technician, and in order to protect the technician from any infections or spilling water, any of that kind of stuff, the technician has to wear personal protective equipment. So that includes shoe covers, a gown, a mask, a face shield or goggles, hair cover, gloves. So once the technician is in full PPE or personal protective equipment, they begin the cleaning process. The instruments are scrubbed with a brush depending on their manufacturer's instructions, and for items like suction, they have to be cleaned through the middle. Make sure you get everything out. So they're brushed through with a brush and then water. And after the instruments are completely done being hand washed by the technician, they go into the ultrasonic machine. And according to ncbi.nlm.nih.gov, the ultrasonic uses water, enzymatic soap, and ultrasonic energy to clean the instruments more efficiently. It gets water and soap into the crevices that the technician couldn't. Depending on the instruments, a cycle for the ultrasonic is usually anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. There are some instruments that can't be washed the same as general instruments. Those are generally cameras, cords, and scopes. They're washed off thoroughly with enzymatic soap and water before being passed to the prep and pack side of the decontamination or of the sterile processing area. So the washer is the next step after items finish in the ultrasonic. They go through the washer, which is, it goes through a cycle with more enzymatic soap rinses, lubrication, and a dry cycle. The washer typically has two doors, one door that opens in decontamination and another that opens on the clean side. This keeps the instruments moving from the dirty area to the clean area only after they've been cleaned. So prep and pack is the clean side of sterile processing. After the instruments come out of the washer, they are wrapped or packaged according to how the OR staff and the surgeon want it. So there's a package and then there's a set. Um, each package or set has an indicator that tells the OR staff that the item was processed correctly. And after they are packaged, they are ready to be sterilized. Most instruments can be sterilized with steam in an autoclave. The instrument manufacturer's instructions state how long the instrument needs to be sterilized for. There's a sterilized time and a dry time included in that time. And um, once the items are all packaged, they're ready to go on a load with other items of the same cycle. So after they go through that sterilization cycle, they're ready to be put up and go into surgery. Every day, sterile processing technicians have tests that they need to do to make sure that machines are doing the jobs properly. So for the ultrasonic, it has a test that is biological. It has a 4 in it, and it runs on a normal cycle, the shortest cycle usually, so 5 minutes in the ultrasonic, and a color change indicates that the ultrasonic is working properly. As long as the ultrasonic passes that test, it is ready for the rest of the day. The washer, once a week, it gets a test that is basically a stainless steel. It's right there, and it has a substance that is meant to imitate blood, and it runs through the washer on a normal cycle. And if it comes out clean, then the washer is good for that next week. The Bowie Dick is run on the dart test cycle in the autoclave, and according to Steris.com, the steam must displace the air through the barrier material in the pack. So it tests whether the air and steam in the autoclave is getting through the packages and actually sterilizing the instruments inside them. And then there are biological indicators that are run in the autoclaves every morning, and they have spores in them, and they're run with a normal load, and they test whether the items are getting sterilized properly. But in order to read that test, it takes 24 hours, and so the test can't be read till the next day. So also in that test is an indicator that gives a prediction of what that test is going to be. It's the same indicator that are in every pack. So sterile processing is the side of surgery that most people don't think about, but it's also a very important part of surgery as it keeps the patient safe, and it keeps the instruments ready to use, because without instruments, the surgery wouldn't happen. So thank you.